The room fell quiet when she spoke. Not the kind of quiet born of respect, but the sharp, suffocating pause of disbelief. My wife's sister leaned forward at the head of the table, lips curled, voice dripping smugness. No more expensive foreign vacations on my watch. The new director. Her boyfriend seated 2 chairs down, smiling like he owned the place. I watched the smirk, watched the eyes flick toward me, watched my wife laugh, and I said only one word. Okay, that was enough. Enough to bury the urge to stand, to scream, to tear her apart in front of them all. Instead, I canceled my flight. Quietly, silently. My phone buzzed with the confirmation email while their laughter filled the meeting room. I remember the feeling in my chest. Not anger, not grief. A vacuum. Cold. Weightless. And in that vacuum, a thought. Patience. I had seen their closeness before. A shared look across dinner. A private joke whispered behind a glass of wine. But it was easy to ignore. Easy to bury. Until that meeting. Until she promoted him, her boyfriend, publicly, shamelessly. And my wife clapped for them both. I stared at her hands clapping, the same hands that once clutched mine in the dark, trembling with promises. Now they applauded my erasure. That was the betrayal. Not just her sister's ambition, not just her lover's grin, but my wife's silence. Her complicity. I wanted to believe I was imagining it, that I was tired, paranoid. But silence is its own confession. And every laugh, every glance, every dismissal carved the truth deeper into my skin. I said nothing. But my silence wasn't surrender. It was calculation. Nights became my hunting ground. She slept. I watched the glow of her phone light her face. Her smile in the dark was not for me. I copied numbers, screenshots, dates. I traced calls from hotel rooms she never told me about. At the office, her sister's boyfriend became a shadow in my periphery. His name on contracts, his signature on approvals. Too neat, too rushed, too reckless. Patterns emerged like bruises under pale skin. Trips that aligned too perfectly, meetings that dissolved into emergencies, and my wife's careful absence during them. I played the role of the silent fool, smiling, agreeing, nodding when they paraded their little power plays. Inside, I built the file. Every photo, every record, every whisper of proof. I let suspicion turn into certainty. I let certainty become a weapon. And I waited. The email arrived on a gray Monday morning. Legal, brutal, final. A letter confirming the company had failed to renew its main European operating license. The cost? 150,000 euros a day. Her boyfriend's responsibility. The same man she elevated. The same man my wife defended at dinner, laughing at my old-fashioned ways. I printed the letter, folded it once, slid it into my jacket pocket, and went to the board meeting. The CEO, her father, stood at the head of the table, his face drained of color as he held up the paper I had quietly handed him before the session began. "Who caused this?" his voice cracked. "Who failed to renew the license?" Silence. Eyes darted. My wife's sister froze. Her boyfriend shifted in his seat. I said nothing. I only watched. Her laughter from weeks before echoed in my mind. It died here. Her father's eyes narrowed. He looked at her, then at him, and the silence became unbearable. Her boyfriend stuttered first. Excuses about timing, about paperwork, about being new. But excuses are ash in a fire this big. Her sister rose, defending him with trembling hands. But the numbers on the page were immovable. The fine was real, the damage irreversible. And I sat there, calm, untouched, watching their empire burn from the inside. No outburst, no accusation, Only a quiet, deliberate stillness that screamed louder than rage ever could. She turned to me then, my wife, searching for help in my eyes, but there was nothing left to give. Only the reflection of her betrayal staring back at her. They broke themselves. All I did was let the truth breathe. Later, when the meeting ended in chaos, I walked out alone, the letter still in my pocket, warm from my hand. My phone buzzed with her messages. "Where are you? Please call me. We need to talk." I didn't answer. There is no need to shout when silence cuts deeper. No need to punish when truth has already destroyed. I gave them the rope. They tied the knot themselves. And as I stepped into the evening air, I felt no grief, only clarity. They thought I was powerless. But power is not in the noise you make. It's in the silence you hold. And I will never waste another word on them. Some betrayals collapse with noise, but the ones that end in silence leave nothing standing at all.